Through you, we are set to go.
Okay, great. All right, before we get started, please be advised that the Committee of Adjustment meetings are recorded and a copy of the recording will be posted to the city's website and YouTube channel. Those in attendance may be included in this footage. By attending this meeting, you agree to be part of this recording. Okay. Does anyone have any items they would like to discuss regarding the procedural orders?
I'll move them.
Saying none, Cheryl will move. Jeff will second. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay, on to the first item. First item on the agenda is submission number A26040, notice of public hearing under section 45(2) of the Planning Act, also 1990. The address is 6410 Bradish Road. The applicant is Calvin McCallum. The purpose is to permit a residential addition to an existing non-conforming building and to permit a conversion of one non-conforming use retail store to another non-conforming use office. Variances requested are one, to permit a residential addition with a front yard depth of 11.6 meters, a rear yard depth of 24 meters, a north interior side yard depth of 16 meters, a south interior side yard depth of 21.4 meters, a landscape open space of 83.2%, and a lot coverage of 8.3%. And two, to permit the conversion of one legal non-conforming use to another non-conforming use. Okay. Calvin, you there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Wonderful. Okay, I don't see anybody registered for the public for this one. Do we have anybody, Sandra, just before we get going?
Through the chair, I have no members of the public here for this
Okay.
application.
All right. Does anyone require a presentation?
No, I'm not.
All right, seeing none. Okay, Calvin, I assume you've had a chance to read the report from the city. Is there anything you'd like to add?
My contractor from Riverside Construction is more in depth with it. I've been kind of plagued with work since that windstorm came through a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was a fairly straightforward request for a small addition on the front of the house. We're moving in my elderly parents. The house is already handicap accessible, so trying to get them closer to my grandkids. And when one of them goes, I'll be right next door to take care of them. So there is the mention of a phase 1 archaeological survey potentially being needed for this variance. My main question to that is that the area that we are going to be digging in has been excavated within the last 60 to 80 years for the original portion. So we're just getting rid of a small deck and a little bit of turf. So I've been in contact with a couple of engineering firms for the archaeological survey, but my concern is the delay that it's going to put on the project for getting my parents moved in.
Okay. Okay, is that everything?
I think that's all I got for you.
Okay. All right, with no public, we can go on to committee. Jeff, you're first up.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I actually know this property quite well. Actually knew the original owner, Shirley McDonald. So my first question actually is to staff. Have we received any correspondence from the Chippewa of the Thames?
Through the chair, no, we haven't received any direct correspondence from any outside parties with regard to the requested condition, notwithstanding the normal correspondence we get from our Heritage Department recommending the condition.
And thank you. A follow-up question. Have we had any indication of any archaeological studies or significant finds within 300 meters of this property?
To you through the chair, I don't have any record of that information, although I saw on the, let me just look at the archaeological layer there and see if there's anything notable. And that would only show, I don't have access to anything that has been found necessarily, but where's my layers? Yeah, that archaeological, is it for historic potential is over the entire area to the south and east of Wellington Road, Bradish continuing along Glanworth and the railway lines, but I don't have any information about any potential discoveries or anything like that.
Thank you. And through the chair, when it's appropriate, I would like to make an amendment to remove the archaeological study.
Okay,
I'll
all
let-
right. Once everybody's had a chance to get speak, we'll go ahead and make that amendment. Okay, Daniela, you're next up.
I have no questions on this application. Thank you.
All right, Cheryl.
I am so familiar with this piece of property because that was my ward. And in that property was a garage. And let me be very blunt about it. If they're going to find anything, they're going to find motor parts, car parts. It was a mess. It was I can't use the language I want to say about the property. So when I read about the study, I kind of was taken aback because I think most of the property was destroyed with oil, gas, and rusting parts. So I have absolutely no problem with this application, Mr. Chair, with the amendment that Jeff's going to move. Calvin, say hi to your parents for me.
Absolutely.
All
Thank you.
right. Miriam, any questions?
No, I apologize for the camera. I'm gonna try to get it working. But the only question that I have was just what does that mean? There's a potential for the heritage designation. What does that mean?
Means you have to do a study,
Okay, well then in that case, then I'm fine with removing the
which means
archaeological dig. Yeah,
the problem is time, money, and the difficulty is they can't build anything until the study is completed and gone to Toronto and approved, and that could take up to 3 years. And I understand they want to build it for his parents. I get that. Sometimes you have to be, if you're a good child, you want to look after your family. Your time is absolutely now. We need it now. That's the problem with that.
yeah. No, thank you. No, I want this. It's just that the term, the one about the hair. So that just means you have to do the dig. Okay, so then I'm fine with that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have any issue with this, given, where the addition is and the size of it and so on and so forth. It was likely disturbed when the original building was built long ago. So, had it been a much larger addition to the north or something, I might have had an issue with that. But given where it is, I don't have a problem with removing the condition. The only question I do have is to Calvin. Is this going to be a mixed use? Because the variance is for it to be changed to an office, but you were talking about residential.
So currently it was, in my understanding, when we purchased it a couple of years ago, it was zoned half residential, half commercial. So the store front, and from what my real estate agent had told me, was that it was it was listed that service offices was an option for the commercial portion of the property. So I've moved my tree care company office staff, which is 3 ladies, one of them's part-time, into the what used to be the variety store and is now our offices. But once I entered the process of trying to get this renovation for the residential side, they had mentioned that service offices further into the bylaws, zoning bylaws, is more for architects or real estate agents. We don't have any clientele come to the facility. We don't park any trucks or vehicles there. It is strictly administrative staff in that office space.
Okay. All right, great. That's all I have. Is there anything else from anyone? Seeing none. All right, Jeff.
No, turn your mic on.
Right. Thank you, Mr.
There you
Chair.
go.
So I'd like to make a motion to remove the condition for the archaeological assessment.
Okay, all right. Jeff has made a motion to remove the archaeological assessment condition. Miriam? Is that a second?
Yes, I'll
right.
second the motion.
All right, Miriam will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Stand amended.
And I'll move the motion as amended.
All right, Cheryl will move the new motion as amended. Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay, to the applicant, this permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. But with that, consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
Amazing. Thank you.
I'm glad that you voted for it, Kelvin.
I think you were just
I didn't know if
walking
my
the
vote counted, but I'm here.
No, it didn't.
Have a good day. Thanks, everyone.
You too. Okay. All right, on to the next item. Next item is submission number A26014. Notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, also 1990. The address is 813 Talbot Street. The applicant is Lucas Orstowski. The purpose is to permit a heat pump / HVAC unit to encroach into the interior side yard. Variances requested are 1, to permit a heat pump with a projection that is no closer than 0.4 meters to the lot line, whereas 0.9 meters is the minimum required. Okay. We do have some members of the public here, so I am going to ask for a presentation. This is Matt.
Through the chair, I'll be presenting for Matt
Oh.
today.
Perfect.
So the following is variance for 813 Talbot Street, and they're requesting to permit a heat pump encroaching closer to the interior side yard setback than is permitted. So the intent of yard encroachment regulations is to maintain sufficient separation from the lot line to accommodate adequate space for maintenance and functionality of the site and the encroaching objects. The requested location of the mechanical unit within the north interior side yard is appropriate given the site-specific constraints. Primarily, placement of accessory structures in the front yard is prohibited by the bylaw, and placing the unit in the front yard would trigger another variance, introducing visual clutter and detract from the character and aesthetic of the dwelling, which is a designated property under the Ontario Heritage Act. The applicant has also indicated that locating the unit at the rear of the dwelling would require a line to be run more than 30 meters, resulting in reduced operational efficiency and increased energy consumption. And as such, in the opinion of staff, the proposed location of the heat pump unit represents a functional and contextually appropriate location that minimizes visual impacts to the front of the property while supporting efficient operation. It is also not anticipated that the variance for increased encroachment or reduced setback of the unit would have a negative impact. For this reason, staff are recommending approval of the variance. Thank you.
I'll move open the public. Steve, you're muted.
All right. Okay, before we open the public, is the applicant here?
Yeah.
There he is. Okay. Hi, Lucas. How are you?
Pretty good.
Great. I assume we've had a chance to read the report from city. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, sounds good.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. Cheryl, you moved to open the public portion. All right. Cheryl moved to open public. Daniela will second. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. All right, Sandra, who have we got?
Through the chair, we have Giselle first. There's a member of the public that is not registered, so when we ask him to speak, I'll need his name, please, and thank
Full name
you.
and address, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Giselle, how are you?
I'm Giselle Crone. I am one of the owners of 815 Talbot Street to the north of this house.
Mhm.
There is an air conditioner on the front porch at the moment. And I understand that this is an application under the London plan, which is meant to support building up and in, essentially building more. And I support this development, but I live on this side of this house. And there are alternate sightings. This house is built very close to the property line. We ourselves have installed a heat pump behind our garage facing west. This house, 813 Talbot Street, is a twin of our house, built at the same time in 1912. There is a garage on the south side. It is possible to put the heat pump either above the garage or behind the garage, and it would not require any variance. And because the houses are built at the same time, we know that the floor joists pass north-south, and so we ourselves have passed piping and electricity through the floorboards to have everything located without requiring variance behind our garage, not visible to the street. And I believe it's a very quiet installation with the fan facing back.
Okay. Is that everything? Oh,
Yeah. That's it for now.
okay, great. All right, Ethan, you said there's another member of the public there?
Yes, sir. Would you like to speak as well, or are you?
Yes, I would.
Okay, we would have you come up and state your name and address, and Giselle, if you don't mind to change places. Thank you very much.
To the chair and the committee members, my name is Alistair Beaton. My wife and I have lived at 811 Talbot Street for 22 years. So we have known Mr. Ostrovsky, the applicant, all the time that he has owned his property, and he's been a reasonable neighbor all that time. The immediate neighborhood, the houses are built very closely together, which, as the report stated, makes it difficult to, it limits your options when it comes to putting exterior items onto an existing building. My wife and I would support Mr. Ostrovsky's application, as we don't see how you can cool the north side of his house with an air conditioner on the south side. And unless you have some questions for me, that's the extent of my presentation.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, Ethan, is there anyone else there to speak?
To you, Mr. Chair, no, there's nobody else in the gallery to speak.
Okay. All right, and Sandra, we don't have anyone else online to speak?
Through the chair, we do not.
Okay.
I'll move
All right.
close.
All right, Cheryl will move to close the public portion. Daniela will second. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay. All right, with that said, to the applicant, is there anything that was said there that you would like to respond to?
Sure. Yeah, hi. Just want to respond to the issues brought up by the neighbor on the north side. Going to the back to the garage would mean almost the same distance as going to the back. I would have to run the lines right through the front of the house or through the floorboards and through the whole house. So distance wise would be a wash between the two options. As far as their air condition, my heating unit is about 1 ton. They have a huge 4-ton unit. The difference between the two units is about 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters on the location. So if they were 40 centimeters closer to the fence, they would be where I am right now, and they would obviously need a variance at the same time. The unit is extremely loud. It goes anywhere between 50 and 58 decibel. Like you can hear it when we're in the back I can hear it. Obviously, like I am complaining about it, but it is what it is. We live downtown. Oxford Street is way louder than that unit ever would be, but it is. Just want to comment on the issue that was brought up by the neighbor.
Okay.
And I think that's it. And then and also the unit in the back, our bedroom windows are on the back of the house. Same as with the neighbors. They're all kind of on the back. I think theirs are actually closer to their unit. My unit would be way farther from any of their base, as far as I know, their house would be way farther from any of their, bedrooms and whatnot than their unit is towards our bedrooms.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, on to committee. Daniela, you're first up.
Yeah, I don't really have any questions about this. This application reminds me a lot of some we haven't gotten one in a while, but for a time we were getting a lot of similar applications from new neighborhoods with the exact same ask. And so I see it as being somewhat similar in that, there's never really a super great place to put one of these units. So you seek the one that makes the most sense functionally and, with other considerations. So yeah, those are my only comments about this. Thank you.
Okay. Cheryl, any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. Miriam.
No, I agree with the comments made earlier. I had an older home, and to retrofit it with something like this, it's just very difficult. So yeah.
Okay. Jeff.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Interesting enough, just while we were sitting here in the meeting, I pulled up 815 Talbot Street, and in 2021, they actually have a minor variance for the south side of that property because they wanted to build an addition in their, they didn't have this proper the side yard setback. So 100%, I have no problem granting the neighbor to the south, 813 Talbot, that same consideration.
Okay. All right. I really don't have much in the way of questions. Actually, I do to the applicant. Is this going to be a standalone unit for the entire house, or is this an add-on?
We have multiple units. So this one, there's 5-6 bedrooms in the house. So there will be 3 units, maybe even 4, depending on how things go. So this unit powers 2 bedrooms on that side. There's one on the other side that powers the 3 bedrooms, and then there'll be one above the garage for the 2 bedrooms.
Okay, so this is going to be like a side split type of setup?
Yeah, it's a multi-split for 2 bedrooms.
Okay, all right. So the unit outside isn't the size of a regular one would be. They're fairly thin.
Yeah, like if I pushed it towards the wall, which would kill its efficiency, I probably almost meet the requirements to not need a variance. But obviously, you don't want to kill the unit in a year from overheating, right? So you kind of need 20-30 centimeters. I think the variance added about 20 centimeters from what I was asking initially. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, given where it is, I don't have that big of an issue with it. Given, like Miriam said, older homes, it's difficult to sort of retrofit them for modern technologies. So with that, I don't have anything else to say. Daniela?
I'll move this application.
All right. Daniela will move. Miriam will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay, to the applicant, this permission is not final to the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thanks to staff. I'm just going to make a motion to adjourn.
All right. Cheryl will move to adjourn. Miriam will second. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. We stand adjourned.
Bye, guys. Nice to see you.
Oh, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Nobody left yet, right? Okay, good.
Nope.
Just about did.
No meetings for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And
We got a summer holiday.
exactly, and you're going to enjoy it because I will not be returning after those 2 weeks. So
Oh.
I'm going to be gone from this position, and I'm not sure who yet is replacing me, but just wanted to give you a heads up. So,
Man, why does everybody come along and just leave us? You know, just.
Thank you for everything, Ethan.
yeah, it isn't
You've been
personal.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, I
Alright.
know. I
Quite
know.
now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll be back again someday.
Well,
All
I
right.
can say it isn't personal that you're going either.
But, well, with Ethan, he's kind of been here and then gone and then come back, and now he's leaving again. And so,
Yeah,
all right.
he'll miss us. Bye, guys. Have a good week.
All right. Everybody have a
I
good
don't know if
weekend.
he'll miss us. I don't think he'll miss us.
Oh, he will. All right, everybody have a good weekend.